Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here.
8, 7,
This is Houston, say again, please.
5,
Houston, we've had a problem.
3,
We've had a main B plus undervolt.
0.
Roger, main B undervolt. Okay, stand by 13, we're looking.
Hi and welcome to one more round of UFAH Favorite images. Rumors in town have said that our great Gigapan masters and godfathers of all Gigapans has something to reveal to us that we not normally would hear from him. So I am looking very much forward to find out what that little secret is we are gonna get from Neville Thompson today. We have a picture here on the screen from Neville, and Neville, will you tell us why is this one of your favorite images?
Okay. I was looking at same part as what Billy's is from 182, right at the back where the mountain just starts. I came across, looks like two little buildings actually, or one big building, whichever you want to think of it as. It looks as if there's a little building on top of a ramp or whatever. You can see you can see the front of it. The front of it's all carved. It probably has other designs on it, but the little house, you can see the little house with a V roof with a round circle in the front, which is quite amazing. Like I don't know the size because it's right in the distance, so it could be huge. Nearer down to the front of it, there's another little part of the front of the lower ramp bit. You can see two windows at the end of it. Now, if you move further back, you can see what looks like the top of a like one side of a pyramid structure. You can see like the V of the roof coming down with like an overhang, but next to that you can see another it could be a big statue or something built in front of it. You can see like it could have a round top with I don't know, you can't really see the side of it. I've got actually, if you switch to the black and white image, the next one is a bit more detail. I like turning it to black and white because you can bring out more detail on the black and white ones, you know. But on the black and white one, it looks as if there's further down from that structure that's in front of the V building in the back, it looks as if you've got pillars coming down with faces carved in them and things like that. And I mean, I wish I could have got it clear because there's so much detail in this that you probably wouldn't actually believe how much there is. But in between, this is a bit that I normally don't say things like this. In between the V-neck building and the other one in front, I actually found a little person. Like, it could be either a little person or it could be a statue. Okay, I'm not saying it is.
Neville, what did you say?
You heard me perfectly well. Okay, it could be either a little person or it could be a statue. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that. Very clear.
Now, if you move down to the image that I've got, the figure on the left hand side, It actually looks like it looks like a man. It looks like a man with no clothes on. Okay, it looks like a man with no top on. It actually looks like he's hiding around the corner. It actually looks like he's having a wee, doesn't it? Like he's hiding around the corner from you, like saying, "If you wait there, I'll be out in a minute after I've done this." Okay, it looks as if he's either standing in front of a wall, because you can see like the sun shining off the wall on the left-hand side beside him, but below that you can see as if the front of the wall's carved in that, can't you? It could be that, I don't know, but it looks like a little figurine to me. Yeah, I'm not saying it's alive or it's moving or it's about to move or go somewhere. It's but it's a little figure of a man with no top on. I don't know what he's doing down below there. There's something pointing out there, but I'm not going to even think about what it could be. Okay, but I try to enhance it a bit more. If you go down to the next image down, I try to get it a bit clearer. It actually looks like him off Ancient Aliens. Him with the hair. What's his name, man?
Zucker's
It does, doesn't it? Aye, that's him. That's it looks like him with his hair on, you know. We found you. This is where you hide, is it? But yes, that's my image, and I've actually found something. A little person. Well, not a person. It either could be a person or it could be a figure. Okay, a statue. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Neville, for sharing that fantastic news from you.
Thank you very much.
Martina Graney, what's your thoughts on this?
Oh, this is such a golden moment to hear and say it.
Yes.
Looking at the landscape, Neville and I discussed the images before, and I'm zooming in on that structure in the background. I mean, first of all, the cottage that's on the ramp, I think, was astonishing. It just came out to me immediately. I could see the doorway. It's got this neat gabled roof. It could be here. It's incredible. You can see the two walls sweeping up to the cottage. It's like the walls you get on either side of a little roadway. And then where it sweeps down in front from the cottage, you've got another entrance there that looks like it goes underneath the cottage. And then further back along the ramp, as Neville says, you've got more entrances or windows. And then if we move back to that triangular shape in the background, my view was different than Neville's, because he saw that as a sort of three-dimensional structure. But when you look at the images later, which we'll go on to, I see that as an enclosure, and you've got a dark wall running along horizontally at the front, and then it runs up at the angle on the left-hand side, and then a shorter wall at the back. But to me, that's an open enclosure. And if you then, I'm going to jump straight down to Neville's other pictures, because when he zoomed in on that little figure, I immediately saw rows of figures behind that figure. And you can see, gosh, I mean, they look almost like ghostly figures sitting in a row. And I said to Neville that I think this is like a stadium, and what they're doing is watching, rather like in an amphitheatre, or or they had in the Roman times, watching something going on. Now that something going on, again, Never, my view differ on this. Looking at that little fellow sitting there half naked, It's not the first time I've seen them without clothes, and I think I may have an explanation for this, and I think they always emerge above ground when the shadows are short, and that indicates to me that it's the sun is at its highest, so it is at the warmest, in quotes, time of the day on Mars. So they would need, if they are living beings, they would be needing to get as much sunshine onto as much exposed skin as possible for their bodies to create vitamin D to keep their bones strong. Anyway, I'll move away from that. But that, to me, looks like rows of little beings watching this little guy at the front. I don't think now that he is going to the call of nature. I think he's actually sitting on something, and he's got his knees drawn up in front of him. You can see his bare chest, you can see his left arm coming down and his hand on his left thigh. But another weird thing is my daughter looked at this picture last night. She immediately said something that I was thinking. But he looks like he's sitting on the head of something, like a statue. If you move up to the image that shows the inset picture of him against the landscape background, can you see which one I mean, Thomas?
Yes.
If you zoom out, you can see it more clearly. He looks like he's sitting on, I mean, this sounds so bizarre. It looks like he's sitting on the head of a larger humanoid. Does that sound crazy, Billy? Do you know what I mean?
I see it though. I see it.
Yeah, I know. And to the left of him, where Neville mentioned the white wall running across, below that, I'm seeing more little figures, whether they're carvings on a wall or whether they're, but gosh, they're those sort of, they look to me like those mantis type creatures, you know, with the big eyes. Oh gosh, this is like a nightmare, isn't it? Anyway, I will leave it now for somebody else to discuss.
All right. Thank you very much.
Very bizarre.
Billy Carson.
Yeah, this I'm going to stay on the same version of the image, the black and white kind of zoomed in, where you see the Neville kind of squared it off what appears to be a man standing there naked, sitting on the head of another person or a carved rock. Who knows? It's very bizarre. But if you look further back from them to the right, further back, you see what appears to be another person kind of crouched over on their elbows on the ground, looking away, you know, to my right hand. I can clearly see the head, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and it could be a carving, though. It could be a carved object. I don't know. But the thing that you notice with this image, when I put my magnifying glass up, I start to see a lot of people or a lot of bodies. I don't know if they're carved or if they're statues. You know, on Earth they've opened up areas where they've found hundreds of statues together, you know, in China and Japan and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's what this is, but all I know is there are a lot of faces, bodies, you know, recognizable bodies and faces all over the place in this image. The more you look, the more you're going to see. It's almost like the one I showed you guys first in this show. The more I look at this, I'm starting to see more and more and more. Now, if we go to the black and white zoomed out image where you can actually kind of see the structures and you can see the little cottage in the front, I'm almost wondering if this cottage, it looks like it's built into the hill, but we can't really tell because, you know, NASA. But I wonder if that is an entrance to this bigger facility or this bigger structure in the background. If you go in from there and then you can kind of go underneath the surface to get to that humongous, what appears to be humongous structure in the background.
Right.
You know, when you look at that structure in the background with the magnifying glass, at least when I do, I start to see all types of structural supports, columns. It's all in there. It's amazing. I mean, that would really be like a super hotel or a great mansion here on Earth. It has a lot of curb appeal. It would be a fantastic sight to see if we could see it the way it truly is built right now. We can't see it, but if we could see it the way it was truly built, it would be an amazing structure. It would be someplace you'd go, wow, I want to go over there and check this place out. It's got a lot of artwork on it. It's got a lot of architectural features to it that I can see through the magnifying glass, and it really seems like it goes back a ways. This might be a pretty big structure. Normally we see little tiny things. I think this might be kind of big.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so this is an amazing discovery. Wow, I really wish that hopefully when you get the PDS files, we can see what this looks like a little bit better, because this is really astonishing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
Thank you very much for your opinion, Billy. Rami, Ilan, what's your thoughts on this image?
I can see when, and actually, in many, more than many of the images of the NASA images, I see, you know, if you magnify and you go in, I see so strange stuff, you know. I don't even know how to present it. No, I really don't know what it is. This is fantastic catch of this whole area. I can see that there's lots of structures and shapes that look to me like constructed structures. Now, but when you start to magnify and go in, then it's not only what you say. This is a guy with his shalong hanging out, he's naked,
I didn't
he's
see
sitting
that.
on a
I didn't see that.
Wait. And this is more ghost-like figures in there, and maybe they're carved and maybe not. Well, I see lots of them. I do. I see lots and lots of them. And I don't know, I don't know what it means. I don't know if it's really in there or it's all the gray. I don't know what they're doing with these fucking photos, you know. And so on one side, you may be right. This is it, you know.
I could be wrong. Yeah.
And all this. And on the other hand, it's not clear enough, you know.
Exactly.
I don't say I can translate it like this, but I can also translate it like different.
Yeah.
Maybe it is and maybe it's not. So that's where I feel I am at.
All we can do is give our impressions, and that's what we do, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
No, nobody knows what's there for sure.
This is one of the pictures when you're looking at it, you just find more and more awesome stuff the more you look. And if you can't see it, sometimes you gotta have to ask to get an explanation. I did so, and I just got to see this person or beings or statue that's probably not alive, that Neville pointed out here. And I must say, after it's been pointed out to me, I must say that I do see the same as Neville and Martina and Billy talked about before. I see this person with this naked upper body. I think it's a great image, but to go a little below this person, there is these areas with that there's I have to push the right buttons here on my laptop to get to the right side. There is these cave-like areas, if we can call it that, that is to me very interesting. The area I was talking about is on one of the bigger pictures. At the bottom there are like these 3 black areas that looks like there is a room underneath the rock that's not lighted up by the sun, and it does look like there is something inside those areas just peeking out watching out what's going on outside. As was it Martina that talked about an arena, stadium of a kind, audience. This is a great picture, and there's a lot in this image. I see some things around what Neville described as a house also that looked suspicious. But I like the image very much, Neville. It's a great one. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Okay, fine. Good.
And by that we are gonna end this episode with Neville's picture here, and we are gonna say thank you for now. That was Neville Thompson, Martina Graney, Billy Carson, Rami Bailan, and myself, Thomas Markey. Until we see us again, take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.